What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, My Desire, and of course, Shima is back in the building. What's going on? How you feeling today?
Not bad.
Not bad. Well, listen, we here. We made it. This is the end. This is the final review for the finale of The Circle on Netflix, season 6. Right? Um, if you have not seen The Circle in its entirety, please don't come here, okay? If you have not seen the finale, please don't watch this. Okay, this is a full spoiler review. So I'm gonna wave at you as you leave. Goodbye. Because if you haven't watched it, then don't be here. All right, now that we've gotten that out the way, this is the Big Go Bell Media, and we are here to bring to you another review. So, like I said, this is The Circle finale. So, who was your prediction to win? Do you remember?
Raven or Chaz.
Right, Raven or Chaz?
Hmm.
And likewise for me, Chaz or Raven. And we see that when we come back for the finale episode, Chaz is the super influencer and he gets to block whomever he wants. Okay, Chaz, we need you to come on the show and explain this reckless ass decision that you making because you blocked Oliver.
Yeah, like literally, I was on the verge of yawning just now because why would you block Oliver? like, I'm so over it. I was so over it when he blocked Oliver. Like, I was so upset that Jen was still there
Yeah, absolutely.
because we knew Jen wasn't gonna win. We knew it.
I think some people felt like she was going to, you know what I mean? Like they was
No,
rooting
I
for
did.
her in the comments.
I slightly did feel like she was gonna win when she was able to catfish everybody all the way to the top. But then I thought about it because kind of I mean not Jen, but Sam and Chaz were figuring out, or so we thought. I thought Chaz figured out that Jen was the one that was the catfish.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I was sure that he was gonna send Jen home because I thought he knew. But it turns out I don't know. He just had it seemed like he did know, and he still was kind of like, Oliver, yeah, I just want you to go home, and I didn't like.
Well, well, remember what you said. You said when we were off air, you said that you thought it was the flirting situation. And remember when he went to visit Oliver,
Oh
he
yeah,
said that the flirting was what threw him for a loop. He just felt like Oliver was flirting just to get in the good graces in order to be, to have a chance at winning. And that was his reasoning for eliminating him. But you not buying it?
I'm just like, do you care more about the flirting or you care more about the catfish that's been sabotaging you and Sam's
Mm-hmm. The whole time.
relationship like the whole time? I really, at that point, I still wasn't buying it because I'm like, either you care about that or you don't. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and one is clearly more detrimental to your game than the other. So a little bit of flirting is not going to hurt because how many other people could he have flirted with besides you? So that
Right.
gives that means that you could have created an alliance with him because clearly he was
He
going to
would
vote
have
you
voted
at
you.
the top. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you would have actually won. You would have been in competition with um you would have been in competition with Sam at that point because Oliver would have voted for Chaz.
Yes, yeah, I agree. So, I mean, of course, during the exchange, um, Chaz asked Oliver if he's the hacker. Of course, he's like, nah, like that's not me. And Oliver even tells Chaz to watch out for Jen, and he's like, why? And he's like, something just seems off, you know what I mean? So even Oliver picked up what they was putting down, you know what I'm saying? And like Chaz was out here just looking like a fish with no eyes. He's just swimming into the seaweed and getting tangled up and whatnot. So, it didn't make any real sense, but that's what he chose to do. So, of course, the last remaining after he sent Oliver home is Chaz, Sam, Raven, Samira, and Jen. And I'm not gonna hold you. I just wasn't sure what was gonna happen, to be quite honest, until we got to the end. But let's talk about this meetup, right? So, they all go to the hangout is essentially to meet each other. Sam is the first one through the door. And then we have Chaz. What I want to know is, and the circle needs to comment on this, like, why is there always a plate setting but no food?
That's a good question,
Where
right?
is dinner?
Or maybe
You know
we
what I'm
don't
saying?
see, maybe we don't get to see them actually eating and carrying on. But
Listen,
yeah, it's always a plate set up.
maybe, but come on, like a crab cake, salmon, chicken breast, steak, something ain't nothing. Like, I'm just confused. It's always a very nice table set for the works and no food. And sometimes the way they be holding those cups, I don't really think there's anything in the cups, but I do think that they got champagne or some sort of alcohol beverage. But yeah, so Raven and Chaz meet first. They are ecstatic,
Was
super.
it Raven and
Well,
Chaz first, or was
Sam
it
and Chaz, yeah, Sam
yeah.
and Chaz meet. They're ecstatic to meet each other. Of course, Sam is wearing her leopard,
Dustin?
yeah, husband. I think it was nice to see them interact and finally meet each other and be like, I knew you was exactly who you said you was.
Yeah, the friend chemistry was definitely on point. I did like that. I'm like, okay, at least we get to see a pair of people who walk away being like some really genuine platonic
Mhm.
friends. That's cool because it was singles and the singles was meant for singles to link up. I'm like, Chaz has been engaged for 5 years. Like, did you apply to the show 5 years ago? Because
I
I
don't know.
don't. You've been engaged 5 years.
Was it 5 years or three? No, it's 3 years together for four.
So did you apply to the show three? I mean, I guess that's possible, but I'm just like, this was a single show. But it's nice to see that they still got a genuine relationship out of the show, even though it wasn't an intimate relationship. The same goes for the other characters. And Marvin and Raven had so much chemistry. I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. So after Chaz and Sam meet, then we got Catfish Jen face ass coming through the door, and they're realizing that they actually were right, and that Jen is a catfish. And they even confessed to being the hacker. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, they were annoying. I was ready for them to go. I was so glad when they called their name. Like, yeah, you're in fourth place. Because I mean, I just felt like um, they wasted some really great moments that they could have had with Oliver, which was just a he just seemed like a spontaneous type of character, and I would have
Mm-hmm.
liked to see him more. So I just felt like that was a missed opportunity on the circle's part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was bored of Jen.
Jen. Well, up next was our other catfish, Tamara. You know, um, yeah, she came through the door. People were like, "Wait, who is you?" And they realized that she wasn't who she said she was. I think that she was probably the shocker. I mean, well, Jen definitely the shocker, but she was a shocker as well. And she confessed that she didn't know makeup at all unless she was winging it. you know,
Literally.
She's like, I'm winging it. I don't know. And of course, last but not least, Raven comes to the door. She is beautiful, radiant
Purple. I think she
with her
had
shiner. I forget his name. Gosh, dang it.
her
I
interpreter.
Yeah. Paris.
Yeah.
He was so cool. Like, I really loved him. I loved how she introduced the other signers that came in so that she could see, essentially
What
understand
everyone
what's
is
going
talking
on.
about.
Yeah. So I love that. So of course, like you said, we get down to the nitty gritty. They like, hey, come on down, and everybody gets reintroduced. We have Marvin and Brian. Everybody is here. They're hugging Tom, and of course, we get to the part where Jen, or AKA Xanthi, and Brett have to confess that they voted Tom last. And he kind of takes that, like, he takes that on the chin. What you think about that? Did you think that was his real reaction?
Tom kind of turned a little bit red in that moment. I saw it, and I'm pretty sure they did multiple takes and this and this and that. So we was probably getting clips and cuts and things of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
But his initial reaction did look kind of like, oh really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, really, Tom, you were trying to play a game that they weren't playing the same game that you were playing. But he was shocked. And I was just like, yeah, so that's what you get for not following your gut or your intuition. Because Tom could have also been up there. Because he had some real genuine moments as well. But
absolutely. Yeah.
He dropped
100%. Yeah, I agree. 100%. All right, so here we go. In the 5th place, drum roll, please. I'm hoping that we get some sound effects somewhere in here. But eye roll, happy face emoji. Okay, Jen, out of here. Out of here.
Thank God.
Out of here.
So
okay.
Like, that couple was so irritating.
But were you? I was extremely excited. I was.
I was like, yes. You little conniving hoes.
Not the conniving hoes. All right, we got 4th place, Catfish number 2, Tamara. Out of here. Out of here.
And you know what? I'm so glad they gave Jen last place just to dig in the knife deeper, because literally Tamara could have got last because she was the last one to enter the game. And they didn't know her as well as they knew Jen. So I'm glad that they kind of like was being petty and like, yeah, we're gonna put you in last place, Jen, because you're a bitch. Even though I felt like they should have just kicked her off. Like, why
they kicked her off? She lasted long.
I'm still glad they were like, yeah. So we're gonna put you in last place just cause. And they were really holding hands, like they really felt like they had a chance. I was irritated. Because at this point, I'm thinking you kind of have a chance, and I don't want to think that.
That was it. You thought that I had a chance, and that's why I was nervous, and I was happy when we started getting these results. You know what I mean? So
I'm glad they didn't make us keep thinking they had a chance. They just put them in last, like they should have been, you know, and just
kept pushing.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So third place, heartbroken emoji. You know, Raven. And I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming.
No. I think Raven should have got 1st place, but it was that Guzben alliance.
That's gonna be. Hey, I'm gonna find me a Guzben. Oh, I think I already have one. Actually, I'm gonna hit him up and ask him, can I call him that?
Raven voted out her alliance. Chaz voted out his alliances.
We don't know. We don't understand how it happened. And of course, they reveal after the 3rd place is revealed, they don't do a 2nd place. They go straight to the 1st place, because then obviously by default, you know who is in the 2nd place. But for the sake of the show, well, we don't have to do that either. So in 1st place, we have Sam, which leaves Chaz as number 2, and I did not.
And he was floored. He was gagged. He was gagging. He said, yes.
Heart emoji, strong arm emoji, trophy emoji. You know what I mean? I love it. I love to see Sam win because she stayed true to the game. She was herself 110%.
The whole time.
She never changed. She said what she said and she meant that shit. You know what I mean?
No, that's my Aries sister gang.
Okay, all right.
April 3rd, April 4th in the building.
Okay, Aries gang.
So yes, I'm glad that she won. You know, stamp that. Aries keeping it real and 100 and coming out on top. We love to see it.
It's really
tight, but we love to see it.
I was excited for her. I loved her passion, like her falling to her knees, praising God, you know, being super humbled, being super thankful that she now gets a chance to take care of her grandmother and her mother. She's mentioned that multiple times throughout the entire season. And to see that was just like, wow, like you don't got to play the conniving game. You can be true to your alliances. You can be true to yourself. And you don't got to lie. And you can still win. You know what I mean? So.
And we know New York is rough. So she's going to need every penny.
Yeah.
Listen, don't take too much taxes out, Netflix. She's going to need every penny of that money.
Just give her the 99.999.
New York is not nothing to play with, okay?
It's not. Well, who knows? Maybe she'll venture out and leave New York. Go on the outskirts so
Yeah,
her
I
money
feel
can
like
stretch long.
this perhaps gave her a different perspective and outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, where do they host the circle? Is it in Cali?
No, I believe they were in Texas. I can't remember, but I'm not sure. It wasn't Cali or New York. It's somewhere south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, they're shot in like the South. Okay.
yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay,
So,
cool.
but
Well,
you know what?
I can't
Congrats.
wait to get an update on what Sam is doing with her win.
Yeah, maybe we need to look at her Instagram
Oh, yeah, maybe.
so we can see what's popping, see what's been new
Yeah.
with her.
And
But yeah, man, definitely excited for Sam. Chaz played a good game as well, but I do feel
did
like if he would have voted out Jen, his chances might have been different. But hey, you win some, you lose some.
Raven would have not voted out Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah,
would perhaps been able to make a stronger alliance with Oliver,
absolutely.
and that would have been lit for Raven.
Yeah,
As it would have been lit for him to try to get in with Oliver and then have Sam. That would have been lit too.
yeah,
That needed to go. She been needed to go. Glad she didn't win the money, or they didn't win the money. So happy
yeah.
about that.
Ecstatic. Out of here. The thumb
Right.
this way emoji for out of here.
For one
Out of
time, it
here.
feels good to be a hater.
Always, always. But yes. So, hey, listen, tell us how you think this season was, how it turned out. Did the person win that you wanted to win? How you feel about Jen losing? Because some of y'all wanted Jen to win, so I need to hear what's happening with y'all thoughts. You know what I mean? I think that the season was definitely very up and downish for me. Um, yeah, just some stuff just seemed way too scripted and not, it just didn't make sense to me. But I think overall, watching the outcome made me feel better. What you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it wasn't my top fave, but she became more of a favorite as the season went along. And I'm really glad that she won. So, congratulations to Sam.
Congratulations, Sam. Once again, New York is in the building.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we done. We done. All right, guys. Tell us what you think. Tell us your thoughts. Thank you for rocking out with us for this season of the Circle. Until next time, it's the Big Go Bell Media Review, and we will see you. Peace.